what I mean? And it's so funny because let me tell y'all what they was doing. First of all, Sugar Mama has her friends of Mariah's that she thinks are her friends. So she had them over there playing with her. All the other kids, at times, they were dancing because, of course, DJ Canavis brought his DJ equipment and slushy machines and did all that. But they were also like playing hide and seek. I remember one time one of the little kids came and said, excuse me, can I get the key to your truck? Because we're playing hide and seek. And they hid in the truck, I think, and locked the door. I said, y'all gotta tell them to get out of my truck. Now y'all can play with it. Don't get in the truck. So they running around, y'all, at 13, playing tag, playing hide and seek. Then a song will come on that they know and that they like, and they get to move and get to dancing. It was just beautiful. And I literally wanted, and I'm gonna give everyone time to get in here. Y'all spread the word, share the live. I literally wanted to, go all out like a mom does, okay? Food with the chef. We're going to, that girl said they wanted Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So, hey, Reese, what's up, Soror? Canavis is in the house. Millichan just joined. Hey, y'all. So I was like, Chick-fil-A sandwiches. You asked your friends. Yes, ma'am. I asked them that we want Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So I had to go pick up one of the little kids after school. So I went and picked her up. And some of them got in my car from school. Some of them, the rest of them, their parents. It was about 13 of them. Their parents dropped them off. Then I had to take some home after the party. But when I tell y'all, they had a good time. They got their little Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I got some subs from Firehouse Subs. They loved it. Like, this is what was said to me. On the way back home after we dropped off the last kid last night, I said, so did y'all enjoy the party? Mariah was like, yes, this was like the best party ever. I was like, maybe I've been doing too much because this is all it takes. This is all it takes to be like the best party ever? Wow. Like they were just entertained. Yes, ma'am, this was fun. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try to be a little nice and let kids come over more often or something. Maybe I'll do that because, usually I'm that parent to be like, no, we didn't have no bunch of kids over, But yeah, they were like, it was the best party ever. And Boss Baby had piano and voice, so I had to go pick her up. And so she had to leave the party to go to piano and voice. So look, when I brought her back and we pulled up, Boss Baby gonna say, oh, shoot, Mama, I'm back at the party. I looked at her. I said, girl, she said, what, Mama? I'm just saying, I'm back at the party. I said, ooh, child. I said, when these kids, that's why I got to stay in shape. I got to stay moving because, baby, I can tell right now my kids are going to probably be the kids throwing the parties at 18, 19, 20, 21, having the people over, throwing the parties. And I'm going to be right out there. I'm going to be right out there with them. They're going to be like, dang, here come on. God, they get away. So, y'all, their personalities, man, they are so funny. They are so funny to me. They are so funny. But, yeah, Canavis said kids club. Facts, Canavis. One day around here acting like it was a whole kids club. Man, they was acting like they was at a whole kids club, baby. I was like, ooh, child. It was funny, though. It was fun. It was funny. Good energy, good vibes. So, yeah, Mariah's 13. I can't believe I got a teenager. That's crazy. Mel, you look so much like your mom with dark hair. So pretty. Oh, thank you. I've gotten that before when I was wearing dark hair. When people say I look a lot like my mom. So, yeah. It shouldn't be nobody's business. Y'all ain't here. Them kids was yelling, wipe me down. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were yelling, wipe me down. They was running over there giving song requests to DJ Canavis, and it was just a lot of fun. He ended up making up them slushies. Canavis, I didn't even get a slushie yesterday, but he ended up making up them slushies, honey. It was great. It was really fun. So no complaints at all. So first of all, I want to thank all of you for coming over. I know everybody has so much to do and, everybody's busy, but I appreciate y'all being in the room. I I'm going to start out by saying that it is disheartening that I even have to do this. I'll start there. It is disheartening that I even have to do this. And I have literally spent the last probably like 3-4 months now. Spent the last 3-4 months just really being more silent. I feel like when you're silent, that's when you can hear. And so I spent a lot of time being silent and trying to sit a little bit, pray. A lot of y'all joined me on the Universal Fast, and that was amazing. And just overall clarity, right? Overall clarity. And it's been great, to be honest. Some of my team has been like, "Ooh, we don't know how much longer you're gonna be able to just keep being quiet." And shoot, I was wondering if you was gonna be able to keep doing it. And I've been doing it. And that was a time I posted the scripture the other day. There's a time for peace, there's a time for war. And I do feel like there's a time to be silent and there's a time to speak out. And sometimes as the Scorpio in me, I'll say, I will pull back, which you guys have been able to see a lot by way of this show. When I start feeling a different energy or a questionable energy, I will pull back and just observe. I'm going to pull back and I'm going to watch your moves. I'm going to see what you do, how you move, who you're talking to, how you're talking, and I'm going to just watch. And then from there, I'll be able to make the determination of whether or not this is something or someone that needs to be in my life or not, right? And so that's kind of what I've been doing, sitting back, trying to see what hand people were going to play, what people were going to do, what they were going to say. And it's been interesting. It's been interesting. It's been disheartening. It has been saddening to an extent, but it's also been confirmation for me. It's also been confirmation for me just by sitting. Now I'm going to be honest with you all. I have not been watching the show this season. So I may have to rely on some of you all who have been watching to help me through maybe some things I missed or that I don't know that maybe made the cut or not. Because I just, honestly, I've only seen clips here and there. Sometimes I'll scroll on Instagram and I'll see clips of the show and I'll keep scrolling because I don't want to see it. But sometimes I watch the clips that pop up on Instagram. And so I have seen some of the clips. I have not seen one full episode this entire season. So y'all probably gonna have to help me some. But I can speak to and attest to the things that I was a part of that are factual, that I know to be facts. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start out with, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now too. This is not gonna be a back and forth thing. It's not gonna be a situation to where I'm gonna speak today and somebody's gonna say something tomorrow and Mel's gonna come back and say something else. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not in the position, in the mood, in the realm mentally to do back and forth with people. That's not what I'm gonna do. So I don't want you to think there's about to be some turned up anything because if anybody says something else coming back. It's not. I'm gonna lay out the facts. I'm going to give y'all the receipts. I will probably do an extended, at some point, an extended sit-down interview. That will be a one-time sit-down as well, 9 times out of 10. But I'm not going back and forth with anybody. So I don't want y'all to think that that's what's about to happen because that's not what's going to happen. So let's get into it. I have watched this season of filming and the scenes I've been in and the clips that I've seen and I've been privy to. I've watched And the one word that I have come up with that I would use to describe all that has been going on and the people involved, there's one word which I shared with my team months ago, and that word is delusional. The word is delusional. I'm like, delusional. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen me firsthand someone who has been a victim of something be attempted to be made out to be the villain, right? Until this show. There are some parts that I will say due diligence was not done. Due diligence includes asking the other party as a production team, asking questions versus just running with what one person says. When you begin to do that and you begin to put out false narratives that you have not confirmed, that have not been proven true, right? Then at that point, you are putting yourself in the position of being liable for libel and defamation. And what I can tell you guys for sure is there have been a lot of narratives out that I wasn't even asked about. Didn't even know were being spewed or being said, definitely wasn't asked about. So when I look at and think back to clips that I've seen where there has been defense of behaviors, of decisions, but nobody asked me for proof that I could have easily provided, by the way. But now we're on the reunion stage and want to act shocked. Well, you should have asked me, the victim in the situation. I could have pulled the paperwork and showed you what the outcome was. But you didn't ask because you really didn't want to know. Because see, the truth wouldn't align with your agenda. I'm going to say that again. The truth would not align with your agenda. So instead of doing your due diligence and asking and then being given the necessary proof to then change maybe the direction you were trying to go, you decided to stay quiet, you and your team, and not asking questions. Right? But now we're shocked when the facts come out. And I'm finally asked on the reunion stage, what we jumping up for now? This could have been asked. Could have been told you. Could have been told you this. It's my, I can go pull the records. It's my documents. What do you mean? Okay. So that explains, this reaction for me explains why you guys felt comfortable to use this entire season of this show to downplay, to negate the facts, to run with things that, as you know, could have been true, could have not been true, but you didn't want to know the truth. And to build people up to think that maybe the other part was the truth. So everyone decided to have an opinion, but nobody decided to ask me what was what. Ain't that interesting? Then we get to finally another castmate coming out saying, oh, we've all known about this. It wasn't a secret. We all have known. We've all seen, the guys have seen this video and they this and they that. Right? Now we hear that. So then it becomes a, bet. It becomes a bet. Because if they have been privy to it, knew all along, what the facts were, what the truths were, how is it that y'all had no problem spending an entire year acting as if you don't understand why there is a separation? Why you don't understand why there's no conversation? And speaking of conversation, let's be honest. I don't have a desire to converse with people who are actively, daily striving to destroy me. It does not matter who you are or what we created together in the past. I have no desire to do that. So if it's not about my children, there's not a conversation to be had. So even that narrative, untrue. There is no, oh, Melody acts this way here, and then she acts this way there. No, Melody acts the same. Melody sits way over on another side, way over there, way over there, way over there. What are you talking about? So no, unlike a lot of the people here, I don't put on for the camera. And to be honest with you, I think that's part of the issue, is that I refuse to just put on for the camera. Will I attempt to be cordial? Absolutely. Attempt to try to reconcile, depending on how far you've gone. That's the other thing. Depending on how far you've gone, how far you've taken it, and what true efforts you're giving. I'm open, depending on how far you've gone and what your efforts look like. Unfortunately, in this, what had been this situation for me, very few would be given that opportunity to be close to me again. Okay? And so there's no, for me, there is no, hey, I'm going to be this way and then we'll be this way. Nah, I'm the same. Every place you see me at. Pull up, drop off, drive off if I'm doing that day. It's what it is. There's no conversation. But I get it. It fits the narrative, right? That Mel is just difficult and Mel is just fake and Mel's phony and Mel's this whole narrative that has been spewed into the minds of what were once castmates of mine by the producer. I'm going to say producers. And that seemed to be better than pushing the facts. You guys say there's never any reconciliation when it comes. You guys said there was never really any reconciliation when it came to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Do y'all think that people really wanted there to be? Production-wise? Because for me, I'm not on the outside looking in, I'm in. And what I'm going to say is there was no desire for reconciliation amongst the group. No desire for reconciliation. That's why when you watch television and there is conflict, there's conflict, there's a climax of the situation, and then there's a resolution, right? The resolutions never lasted because they didn't want it to last. Okay? I attempted to ease down the chaos. I mean, this season, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but I usually won't even let people in my house. I'll be like, it was only a couple of people that I would let film in my house. And they knew, because I would tell them, nope, these are the people right here, this person, this person, this person. They can come into my home. This is my sanctuary. This is my place of peace. They're welcome into my home, yes. But that's it. This season, I opened it up a little bit more, did I not? I did. I opened it up a little bit more. Right? Again, these are your attempts at reconciliation and trying to move forward and trying to get everybody back to that positivity, Black excellence, so to speak, that we like to talk about, that I think people don't even be knowing the real definition of. And so let's talk about that right there. Let's talk about that first. I want to shout out some people I saw come in. I saw Braylon J come in here. I saw True T come in here. I saw Mr. Defy Gravity, Ivan. I saw you come in here. Hey, welcome. Y'all share the live. And I'm gonna sit here and take this thing slow, because one thing that I've learned is some people lack comprehension skills, and they'll listen to something, and I have heard things that I said, and it became something totally different. I'm like, that's not what I said. What? Well, how do they run a title like this on their YouTube channel? That is not what I said. And so there are some people who do a great job, and there's some people who just lack comprehension skills. So I'm going to make sure we all understand, and hopefully this will decrease, some of that, okay? So I had a scene. Let me get this code on this phone. I had a scene, and the first thing I'm going to show you guys is just the start of a number. Right here. A start of a number. Okay? 2, 5, 6, 7, 5, 5, and I'm not going to say the rest, the last four. The date of this call was July 19th. Y'all see July 19th? Mm-hmm. July 19th. Okay, y'all see it? 2, 5, 6, 7, 5, 5 at 1:34 p.m. Let me go over and show you how long the call lasted. Now remember, this is call number 2 on the screenshot from my Verizon phone bill, number 2. So let's scroll over and get to call number 2. That's 21 minutes. Okay? 21 minutes. Y'all see that? That's 21 minutes, okay? So there was a 21-minute phone call that happened. Now, let me show you guys this. So remember that, July 19th, 21 minutes. Okay? And here is July. Can y'all see that? Let me tell you what it says. It's Friday, July 19th, scene 1 melody, 11:30 a.m., 106 Jefferson. Let's look right here. Oh, now I'm going to bring it together for y'all. But we got to do it right. Here we go. Here we go. July 19th. 11:30 a.m., 106 Jefferson, right? So let's go to Google and put in 106 Jefferson. So if that call time was 11:30, and then I made a call at 1:30 something that lasted 21 minutes. Let's talk about it. I'm going to Google 106 Jefferson for you so y'all can see the images of what 106 Jefferson is. We're going to see if it looks a little familiar to any of you. Let's see. If it looks familiar. Can y'all tell me what that area and location looks like to you guys?
It's Rooftop Restaurant in Huntsville, Alabama.
What space does this remind y'all of? Let me click a picture and make it bigger.
I don't know.
This is the Rooftop Bar at 106 Jefferson. Hey, Jay Taylor. So this is the Rooftop Bar. What does that look familiar? I'm looking for y'all. What does that look like? What is it? If y'all who've been watching, what does that look like?
Is it black?
Y'all got it right. Absolutely.
Bar 1.
Black? So, yeah, y'all got it right. Hey, Miss Deborah.
Oh, that's where her and Kimmy had to sit down.
Miss Deborah. So a lot of y'all got it right. The one-on-one scene with Kimmy. Yes. So Kimmy and I have this scene. And when I first get there, right, I don't really want to talk about the stuff they want us to talk about. I actually didn't want to talk about it when we worked out here at my house. But let me tell you the task that was given to me. Hey, you heard about such and such? Yes, I've heard about it. Everybody knows about it. Well, none of them want to talk about it. And we ain't going to be able to not talk about it. So we need you to try to get her to talk about it. Because we can't not talk about it. It's everywhere. I'm like, but look now, she don't want to talk about it. Now I'll push a little bit, but I ain't pushing too much because I ain't doing it. But okay, I'll try. Great. So we had that here at the house. And if you notice, I tried to push just a little bit, but when I saw it was a total shutdown on it, it was kind of like not going to go nowhere anywhere else. I'm like, okay, cool. So then we have a one-on-one scene where I just showed you guys. And I really didn't want to talk about it. And I'm like, she don't want to talk about it. So I'm sitting here trying to be like, no, I'm not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. You said you don't want to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Right? But then the conversation continues to happen. So what I showed you guys was a phone call that took place that day right after. And I you know, the one who doesn't want resolution and who's like bitter and mad and angry and fake and phony and all this stuff. I called Kimberly and I said, hey, so I just want to let you know, girl, I do not care nothing about this stuff, no lipstick, no none of that. I said, you know, production got me asking y'all this and asking this question. I do not care. We talked for 21 minutes. I just showed y'all the phone call. Her response to me was, girl, I already know this production. I said, girl, yes. I said, honestly, I ain't even trying to do no drama for real. I wish we could get away from drama. We have a whole 20-something minute conversation. And I'm like, I don't care about it. I don't care about it. They're making me ask about it, but I really don't care. But you asked me in this scene not to mention it again. And I said, I'm going to tell you what, you don't never have to worry about me mentioning it again. And that's what it was. Conversation over, ended well, no problem, no animosity, nothing. See, that's how you get to resolution, right? As a cast. So that is why y'all then saw a scene after that where she was welcomed into my home, not just in my garage this time. Because we had such a great combo, a 21-minute combo that I just showed y'all. So I'm like, yeah, she come out and said, oh, you know, I told the production, I said, y'all know what, I'm going to make my rotel dip. I said, they used to love when I made my rotel dip, and I kind of want some anyway, too, so I'm going to make some rotel dip. I made rotel dip. Came to my home. We ate. She brought a bone to me. And even in that, I'm going to be real with y'all. I literally don't even be that mad for real about people. I know we've got to have conversations. Somebody's got to tell it. I don't even be tripping on it like that. But it makes it interesting to me when I see a title of Melody is addressed about her double standard. I've never told anybody on this show not to bring social media to me. Never. Ever. I've never done it. So if you want to say a double standard, the double standard would be me saying, hey, don't bring social media stuff to me, and then I bring social media stuff to you. That's a double standard. I've never told people what not to talk about when it came to me. Never. Now, there were some conversations amongst other folks, but I never said what not to talk about when it came, because I always felt like if I'm going to do reality TV, I want it to be real. I want it to be real. I want it to be authentic, because the audience can feel when things are real and when they're not. They can feel it. You can tell, and that's what makes things not make sense. Whenever 1 minute people are about to fight, and then the next week they're all sitting up in a crowd together, bunched up like a bunch of peanuts in a bag. That's when it becomes to the point where we're no longer doing reality TV. And now you are trying to maybe just be actors and actresses. And when I want to do that, I go learn a real script for a movie. I don't come to reality TV to do that. So I'm a little different when it comes to that. And again, I think that's some of the issue, but that's fine. So comes in, we eat, have a conversation. Actually, when the cameras go down, we actually stay longer. Now, I have cameras up there in the room because we stayed in my sunroom. So y'all know the little area where you can, I've shown y'all before, you kind of look outside and see my backyard, you see the trees and all that. Well, that's my sunroom area, and I have chairs there. And we kind of sat in there and talked for a while. Just me and Kimmy. Camera's gone. We just chilling, eating, and talking. No problems. None. That's why after that, you then see us at the bachelorette party. No problems. See you at the vow renewal. Got no beef or problems. Matter of fact, at the vow renewal, at the reception part, when I sat at the table, because I had a name tag on my table, Tisha, Marcel, Kimmy, Maurice, they all came and sat at the table. We were all talking. We were talking about the kids and almost being teenagers and all this stuff, having just good, positive conversation. There was no drama being had, just talking and chatting it up. Then, of course, I left when I felt like a boundary was crossed that I had already shared with production that wouldn't be okay with me. So then I gracefully left. I didn't make a scene. I'm not finna go off and blow up. None of that. I gracefully, like the lady I am, got up, went over to Miss Nell and them. A part y'all didn't see is when I told her I was about to go, she called her photographer that they had paid to take pictures. Hey, Melody's like, really come over here and take some pictures with us. I took some pictures with them. We took pictures. And I left. No big deal for me at all. And so at that point, no, and that's another thing. No, there was no violation of a protective order. That's another thing I noticed too. A lot of people think they know every single in and out of what has taken place when they pull documents. And some of the stuff y'all be saying that was active at the time, or this was this at the time, y'all had it all wrong. But that's another conversation for another day. So anyway, another conversation for another day. And so it was literally me having that boundary in place myself. Me. Just know that. Me. Okay? So I left. No biggie. Nothing about it. Okay? Nothing about it. And I dipped out. I dipped out because when I ran up there to tell them bye, and Miss Nell motioned for the photographer to come take the pictures, Destiny tried to run up there too. It was all up in my face. And I was like, okay. And I got out of there. Dipped on out. Right? So that was that. But there was no order in place at that time. It was my boundary that I set for myself. And I've learned that a lot of people don't do well with boundaries, or they're not good at sticking to them, to the boundaries, and whatever. And so they don't understand. So when we get to the clips y'all have seen for the reunion, considering that I've had conversation, it's been understood why these questions are being asked, but I really don't care. And we have a great conversation about it. I've already met with Maurice. We hashed it out, apologized to each other. And I told him in that scene, I said, well, Maurice, I don't know if it aired. Y'all can tell me because I don't know. But I told him in that scene, I said, well, listen, Kimmy already mentioned she would like for me not to talk about it again. I said, and I'm going to tell you like I told her, because you ain't got to worry about me talking about it no more. That's it. And I never brought it up since. And if you think about it, the only people that I had the conversation or asked questions with was when the cameras was up filming. Nobody else I talked to on an everyday basis was I discussing some lips and red lipstick. Because I didn't really care. Okay? But I guess maybe production understands that they have more of one family on this show and they can stick together and choose not to talk about nothing. So then they got to see who can they get to ask the questions. That's fine, right? So Maurice and I, cool, calm, collected, makeup, apologies, we good. And he even understood. I said, maybe because you're around me, when there's a person in the room that I don't fool with. So maybe that's why you don't get the nice melody, because the energy's already messed up. And he said, you know what, Mel? Don't know if they aired it or not, but in the real scene, he said, you're right. I feel you. Because I haven't been around you, like, without that. Because the only time y'all been around me is if we're filming. Usually everybody's there. So that was that. You know what I'm saying? My Mimosas with Melody event happened. They came. I text Kimmy. And by the way, I also text Kimmy whenever he got arrested. I know there was a conversation about nobody reached out. There was a conversation about that nobody reached out, I think, but one or two people on this show. Do y'all want to see that text message? Because I definitely text. I definitely text Kimberly and checked on her for sure. Because again, like I've said, I understand how stuff like that as a woman can be a lot, because we do carry a lot. Yes, she said that. Oh, she did say that. So let me go ahead and hold on. Let me screenshot this text for y'all. So y'all gonna have to hold on because it's gonna pause. I'm gonna screenshot it to this phone. I'm gonna show you guys. They don't know it, so y'all gonna have to look at it for yourselves because I don't know. But I will show you my text. June 10th. Can y'all see that? Right there, June 10th. And I'll read it to you. Okay, June 10th. At 5:47 p.m. That's what that is. Hey, Kimmy, this is Mel checking on you, as I'm sure it's been a lot. So just checking on you, sending prayers. She wrote me back at 10 p.m. Hey, chick, I'm good. Appreciate you checking. Have a great week. August 3rd, I called her to invite her to Mimosas with Melody. She said, sorry, I missed your call. I'll be there. I said, hey, okay. I figured you might have been busy. It's for men and women. So I was inviting Maurice too. Let me know so I can have y'all a spot. She said, no problem. I'll tell him. Again.
Smash that like button, you guys. Ring my bell.
Lipstick. That stuff is resolved. It's done over.
Thanks for coming in LRGA Curves today. This is exclusive tea.
I text her, said, hi, Kimmy and Reese. Thank you both for coming out on Saturday. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. That's right here. August 13th. They came to my Mimosas with Melody event. I also sent her this video. She was with one of my millimeters, and my photographer, I think Freddie O, captured this. And I could just tell in this video that there was a moment those two had. I didn't know what it was, but I could tell there was some kind of moment. So I sent it to her, like they were hugging, and it was something. I just knew it was something. And anyway, she ended up telling me that the lady was a survivor of cancer. And so, yeah, they did have a moment, and I sent it to her. And then I sent her this picture from my photographer. I didn't have to. I sent this to them. I said, just going through all the pics and videos now. We'll send you some throughout the next 2 days. That's me. That's what I said right there. Send her that. Freddie O took it. She said, good morning. Thanks, Mel. I said, good morning. Y'all look so nice. That's me right there. Good morning. Y'all look so nice. She said, thanks. Right? She said, yeah, the pics came out really nice. That lady I hugged in the video was a 30-year breast cancer survivor. That's her right there. She said the lady was a 30-year breast cancer survivor. So again, here we are talking. There are no issues. What? Okay. Then we get to October. Nothing happens in between that, just so y'all know. The vow renewal is the finale. I was sitting at the table. They came and sat at the table. We were all talking about kids and stuff. All good. Then the reunion happens. And for one, I thank God for my team, because my team is like, they're not about to let me cut a fool no way and get out of character, because I got too much going on, too much at stake. They gonna prep talk me every time. Hey, all right, listen. You go ahead and keep your calm now. Don't let nobody come. You know they may come. Don't let nobody come for you. And don't get you out of character. I'm like, all right. I was like, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not. So then we get there on the stage, and there's this whole different energy. It's totally different. I ain't gonna lie. If I can be honest with y'all, it shocked me, and it's really sad. It's super, super sad, to be absolutely honest. It's very sad. That's all I say. It's very sad. And I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to all this vitriol that's coming out with somebody who, and this is why, again, I say y'all don't ever see any resolution. Because people put batteries in people's backs because they don't really want resolution. They don't really want resolution. How beautiful would it have been to have kept the real? Like, the real is what the combos is happening on these phones, the real. How beautiful would it have been to have kept the real, and y'all have been able to see, you know what, all that happened this season, but man, look, that's dope. That's dope. Like, they good. They good up there. They straight. How dope would that have been? The real. So instead, we got all this rah-rah. And I'm not fixing to really be rah-rah. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not gonna be rah-rah with folks. I'm not doing it. Did I run off any stage crying? No. Did I shed a tear on that stage? No. Did I almost shed a tear on that stage? No. I don't know where that rumor came from either. But I'm definitely not going to be rah-rahing with you either. I'm still going to be respectful. I'm going to keep my composure. I'm going to smile to keep my composure to make sure I stay okay. But to see how it went from that resolution to wanting moments, that is crazy to me. And I'm telling you, I remember going back to with my team from the stage, and the one word I kept saying was delusional. 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 These folks delusional. That's all I can say. They delusional. Oh my gosh. How do we have conversations and there's resolution, and then you get up here and act a different way? Totally different. And again, I say that is why there is y'all don't witness resolution. It's not because, Melody likes to keep up mess and Melody likes to da-da-da. No, it's because you got some people who want promotions, more checks, or whatever the case may be, who are choosing to try to keep a mess. Like, who are choosing to, I need to have an issue with Mel on camera, who are choosing to do that. Because there's also a recording of someone on this show being told that they're not, because I inquired were they going to a scene, being told that they are on ice. And if you're in TV, on ice means like we're not putting you in nothing right now. That they're on ice is quiet, in other words. That they're on ice because they appear to be a male supporter and a millimeter supporter. Now, my team thought I was going to quit that day because we all heard it, and they thought I was going to quit that day. Because then it became, you know how when you're thinking something and you kind of think you know something, but then it's kind of different whenever you really hear it. Like, you really hear it, that becomes a whole different thing. That becomes a whole different thing. Just like how you might be like, I think my man cheated. But then if you see your man cheating or you see your woman cheating, it's a whole different thing. And now I've been sitting back and I see it and it all just makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So why there was so much energy from Kimberly, I really can't tell y'all. I'm not going to come back here and address it again because I don't have anything. I can't tell you. I don't have anything that I can say about it. I can say that when she was going through her situation with cancer, I would check on her. I would send, and this is not just filming. I know y'all saw me go to her house one day with some white roses or something when we were filming a scene, she and I. But I sent flowers outside of camera. It wasn't just about camera time for me. See, this is when you talk about people not maybe being able to see eye and eye, but we know when to show up and pull up for each other, right? Period. So I sent flowers just because I'm like, let me put a smile on her face. And she probably, you know, she's got a lot she's going through. I've had paid to have a meal made and sent over. I think we ended up talking about on the reunion one season. That wasn't filmed. That wasn't nothing. I didn't post about it. It wasn't, you know, it was just me trying to be a kind person. Because again, even though we ain't kicking it and hanging like we used to, if there was ever what you would have considered a real friendship, you show up for each other. You show up for each other. Now, if you ask me, has she ever showed up for me? No. 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 Even when it came to the party, the cancer party thing we did for the show, her beating cancer. Whenever we had the conversation in production, I was like, I've been wanting to do something for her. So I was like, I'm gonna be real. I was just gonna set up like a massage. I told them I want to set up like a massage thing or whatever. And I think they said, well, Tisha was doing some kind of massage something, so you can do something else. But that was real. That was real. And so, yeah. But can I say that there's been a show up for me? No. And I don't let it get to me too bad, because one thing I know is it's not where you sow. You don't reap where you sow. You reap what you sow. So at the end of the day, God is still sending the right people in my life to show me and give me and reciprocate, right? So it's all good. Let's talk about Trish. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Oh, let me get a sip of my grape juice, baby. We taking this thing low and slow, slow and low and low and slow, because I need y'all to know the facts and I need y'all to comprehend it and understand. Trish. Never met Trish, had never heard of her. Didn't know anything about her. Love you too, Canavis. Didn't know anything about her. So no reason to have a problem with her. The first time I heard of issue, or not even issue, but the conspiracy stuff, was on the girls trip. I had never heard about it before. Nobody had said anything to me about it. So I sat there and listened, and I'll be real with y'all, I didn't care. And that's why I just sat there and listened. Because I didn't care. I didn't care. I felt like whatever happened after I left April 4th, 2020, I don't care. I don't care. So I sat there with no expression because I didn't care. Now, considering she was on a trip of mine, still do I feel like there could have been a, hey, look, I just want you to know these are some conversations happening amongst this group. I know you invited me on the trip. Matter of fact, the night I invited people on the trip at the food tasting, I actually was kind of defending her and Ken, if you remember. I don't know if y'all remember that scene. I was kind of defending them. So I mean, I didn't care. could there have been a, hey girl, just a heads up, this is what's going on. Nothing happened or something did happen, but it was this time. I don't want no beef. Let's just be cool. All right, then. That didn't happen. Could that have happened? Yeah, but other than that, I didn't care. So let's get to the scene when she's questioned. Because I'm going to get this out today, and I'm telling you, I'm not doing this every day at all. So the girl trip happens. She left early. Let me ask y'all this because I don't know if it aired or not. Did y'all see a scene where Trish and I met up after the girls trip at a bakery shop? Did y'all see that? Drop it in the chat. Let me pull my receipt while y'all drop it in the chat. Did y'all see the scene at all where me and Trish met up at a bakery shop after the girls trip, like right after the girls trip when we got back to Alabama? Yeah, I haven't grilled that girl. If I can be real with y'all, at Nell's party, the person who asked the most questions was Kimmy and them. I asked a couple, but I didn't know her. And I didn't even know the whole scandal part of it, so I didn't know. So they did air me and Trish at the bakery shop? Oh, okay, good. Well, I got to show y'all the receipts. So at that scene, don't know what all they showed. But when she tried to even bring up my ex, then I said, girl, hopefully they showed you. I was like, girl, I did not care. Look, we ain't got to talk about that. She asked me some advice of going from corporate and being an entrepreneur and wanting to open this gym and balancing that all and being a mommy with busy kids, doing this, that, and the other. It was a whole conversation. And I gave her some advice. And when she tried to get into the X of it all, I was like, girl, we did not have to talk about that. Girl, no. I don't know if y'all are talking about the scene I'm talking about. Not the one where I questioned her about my house and what it looked like. Not that one. Ooh, this might be good. Because I see somebody just said something that made me think about that one. I'm not talking about that one. Have you guys seen two scenes with Trish and I by ourselves? Two. At a bakery shop. Canadian said gave her the blueprint. They just showed the one about me asking about my house. So see, y'all didn't get the bakery scene. Oh, let's go to it. See, now we get somewhere. So y'all didn't see that one. You see the scandal of it all, the painting of the picture of it all. Let me pull up the receipt. I think I already texted this one to this phone. So y'all didn't see that one. Only one. No, there was one before that one, guys. Right after the trip. Let's go right here. So this one was, y'all know the girls trip was in March. This was April the 5th. Friday, April 5th, Melody, call time 4:30. The location is the Moon Bake Shop. Let's pull it up and y'all can tell me if y'all saw it. The Moon Bake Shop. So y'all didn't see that one? Dang. Wow, they wanted it to be a problem with me and that girl so bad, didn't they? Dang. Maybe because I didn't give a care in the scene. And I was like, girl, Girl, I do not care about that. Maybe they ain't like that. So the Moon Bake Shop, here's what it looks like. The Moon Bake Shop. I had never been there before, actually. I had seen it downtown, but I hadn't been there. I was like, pretty cool. Here it is. This is what it looks like on the inside. See that? Did y'all see that? That's what it looks like on the inside. Oh, y'all didn't see that. Okay, so let's talk about it. So the date was April 5th. Y'all know when the girls trip in March. So right after the girls trip, like I said, I had a mimosas with Melody in Atlanta. I want to say it was March 30th or 31st. I did mimosas with Melody. Then next week I had this scene. This scene, I was cool, good. She tried to bring up the situation with my ex. I said, girl, I don't care nothing about that. You, girl, you ain't got to explain nothing to me. The past is past. I don't care. That's my ex. I do not care, okay? Gave her some advice. She asked me about balancing and being a mom and all that. Like I just told y'all, did all that. Gave her some advice. And hey, I said, SB, no, I see you. And so, anyway, did that. Scene was fine. And then I had another scene after that where it was look, we can't seem to get the truth out of this girl. Because again, let's be clear. I'm one of the strongest characters on the show. Actually, I'll say I'm the strongest character on the show. And have been for a long time. So we can't seem to get full answers. This time frame is just, we're getting different things. Can you try to get the facts? I was like, okay, sure, not problem. Sure. So then you see me sitting there smiling and asking questions. So what color was it? So at nighttime, so it didn't mean a deer. You see, almost hit a deer. Oh, deer come out at night, girl. It must have been nighttime. What about the driveway? Was it a long driveway? Was it a steep driveway? Well, what road did you go down? I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie, it was funny to me. I'm not gonna lie. That when I finished that scene, baby, I was cracking up the whole way to wherever I went to eat after that. Because that's usually what I'm gonna do after scene. I'm gonna eat some good food. But literally, it was like I had already had a scene where I didn't even want to talk about it and didn't care at the Moon Bake Shop. But typically, they do go to the strongest people. You can ask any, if you have friends or you know people on reality TV, ask them. They're going to go to the strongest person to get the answers to stuff they can't get the answers from nobody else. Just how it goes. It's what happens when you're the reality TV queen. Right? So, all right, let me go ahead and have some little fun with this girl and gonna answer these questions. So, girl, what color was the house? Which house was that? Oh, that was the light house, the dark house. Did you go up by the hospital? No, not really. Okay. Well, how was the driveway? Okay. And I'm smiling like, because I'm giving y'all what y'all want. Y'all want some facts. You want to know what the time frame span? What? Let me help y'all out since y'all need my help. Never pressed about what or who happened after I left. Never. That's why you saw the no face when it came to the girls trip at the table when it came out. You saw, well, they didn't show yet me at the Moon Bakery.
Okay, you guys, so it must be an hour. And you know how Instagram be kidding us off after an hour. Let me come back. She said she was going to be, she said she was, so I do suspect she will come back live any moment. Let's see what we can get at. Thanks for coming through to RHOP Curves today. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell on your way in. Here she is. Melody Cherie Rodgers is back in the building, y'all, getting us straight on what really happened.
Never pressed.
Are you guys getting this? Is she back on your screen? Can you hear her?
That's why you saw the no face when it came to the girls trip.
Okay, she's back for you guys.
You saw, well, they didn't show yet me at the Moon Bakery.
Thanks, Designs and Decor, for helping us with this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me get this back. I don't know what happened. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thanks for coming through. Let's go.
Never pressed.
Let me make sure this is going to play through. I might have to refresh my Instagram.
Never. That's why you saw the no face when it came to the girls trip at the table when it came out. You saw, well, they didn't show you me at the Moon Bakery. So, all right, I'll try. You know, I'm like, I'll try. Not a problem. I'll try to make it happen. That's part of being a team player of a reality TV show, y'all.
Okay, we're gonna do this right here.
So I would never, ever let anybody try to paint me out to be different. You know, I'm like, I'll try. Not a problem. I'll try to make it happen. That's part of being a team player of a reality TV show, y'all.
There we go, you guys.
So I would never, ever let anybody try to paint me out.
When in doubt, refresh.
To work with, I pull up and show up when I need to pull up and show up. Yeah, I would never
get these likes up. Like. Share. She has a red phone out, you guys. She's breaking the fifth wall, the fourth wall.
So whatever. So that was the whole Trish thing. Now, whenever the situation and conversation happened with Kimmy and I here in my home when we were in Rotel, I told her then that at first I don't know her to have a problem with her.
Right on. Thanks for liking the video.
But then as Kimmy began to tell me how she seemed to have stuff that she said about me, I don't know what all aired. I was like, oh, man, shoot. I just made up my mind. I don't like her. You know, I didn't, but okay, then. I don't like her either, you know. So then that happened. But remember, I went to the barbecue. And what's interesting to me, again, they decided to title one of the
Decor.
episodes.
Will you be my moderator, please? I just made you a mod for this session because you are really doing the thing. Thanks a lot. Next time you say something, you'll have a blue wrench. I appreciate you.
Whoever's writing, they need to work on that. So at the bachelorette party, it became I was messy when I said, y'all act like y'all still love each other. I think y'all might still love each other, and how that was so messy. Well, let's rewind. And y'all tell me if y'all saw this or not or play, because remember I told you I didn't watch no episodes this season in full, so I don't know. I may go, no, I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't go back and watch this shit. I didn't even tell y'all no story. But y'all tell me if this aired or not. Y'all can tell me if this aired or not. At the barbecue, I went in to go to the little area to fix me a plate. Then Trish ends up in there, and Marquez is in there. Well, Marquez walks in, and there's this whole weird exchange between them, and I'm just looking. I'm like, ooh, triggers. Seem like a trigger right now. Oh, and I'm eating. Y'all know I love to eat, so you know, just eating and doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, in that room where the food was, Trish says to me, out the blue. So it becomes interesting when people say that me saying that was so messy, because this happened before I ever said, seemed like y'all still love each other. Trish out the blue says to me, I know your ex-baby. I know your ex's baby mama. And she said the girl's name. And I looked and I was like, okay. Yeah, and I can't remember if she said that Ken is from Ohio, or I don't think she said I'm from Ohio. Either Ken's from Ohio. Did they show that when she said that to me? Yeah, one thing I'm gonna do is eat. Out the blue, she says this to me, and I was like, I don't know if she's supposed to be putting me on the spot or she's supposed to be whatever. I don't know. And I was like, okay, all right. So later, you got a big problem because I said it seemed like y'all still love each other. Now that's a double standard to me. When you feel like you can kind of throw some stuff out there and be shady, but you don't want nobody to be in the game and play with you. So I don't remember who. I don't think, unless, because I think Trish went to high school here. So unless Trish moved here from Ohio at some point, again, I don't know these people, right? So unless he moved here at some point, or she moved here at some point, or Ken, I don't know. She says to me, out the blue, on the camera, in that room where the food is, that she knows, is friends, knows something. She said, I think she said knows, your ex's baby mama. And she said the girl name. Maybe that's why they didn't air it, because she said the girl name. And I was like, okay. And she either said she was from there or Kim is from there. I'm like, okay. So we all got mutual friends there. I said, okay. No big deal. So what? Right? I was like, okay. But then you got all this smoke because I said it seemed like y'all still love each other. But now I'm just so messy and and that is why y'all at the Bachelorette. My thing is like, well, if I'm messy, everybody up in here is messy. Everybody being is messy. Like, what? You want to bring up a mistress from my prior marriage talking about you know her out the blue and y'all from the same spot or your boyfriend from the same spot, whatever it was. But I'm messy? Girl, everybody messy then. Everybody messy. So that is how that happened. Y'all didn't hear that? Oh. Like I said, maybe because she said the girl's name, because she definitely said her name. And so maybe that's why they didn't air it. But anyway. So for me, when it comes to Trish, I feel like she has also, unfortunately, become, it's funny, I just saw somebody say puppet. One of the puppets, flying monkeys for the puppeteer. Okay? Because there is no reason for us to have anything going on. And I didn't make it one. I did try not to make it one. At the table on the girls' trip, I just sat there like, okay. Met with you after that, gave you some advice, told you, girl, you ain't got to explain that to me. You ain't got to bring him up. You good? I don't even, no. You know what I'm saying? So try not to make it a thing. But I guess that you wanted it to be a thing. And you fell for the hokey doke, baby girl. Like so many do. So there's the Trish thing, y'all. Since then, let me see, the vow renewal, I don't even think she and I talked at all at the vow renewal. And then at the reunion, neither, honestly. So I haven't talked to her, seen her since, and I probably never will talk to her, see her again. So that's amazing. So that's that situation. that is that situation. So God bless her. And then and of course y'all know I don't know Ken at all. I've only been in a couple of scenes probably with them. And honestly, she didn't want to come to my mimosas with Melody Man. She didn't have to come. I just production knows I'm particular about people I allow to come in my home. They know that. They know I'm particular about who I allow to come to my events. So if I say yes, this person is invited, that's because I don't have a problem with you. For me, I don't. Like, I'm pretty good. I may not look at you fully all the way, but for the most part, you can come to this, you know? So I said, yeah, Ken and Trish, yeah, of course they can come. Again, I'm not seeing or knowing all of these different conversations that are happening. So I didn't think that was an issue. So they came to Mimosas with Mel. And even that, there was no drama or beef there either. So anyway, no drama or beef with her at the reunion either. Anyway, not with me anyway. So there's that. Now, let's get into the last thing that I'm going to get into. I met Destiny in 2018 at the end of the year. I only met her because she was dating or engaged to Martell's best friend, as he would always call him, his best friend, LB. So that is why / how I met her. Okay. 2018, the end of the year. And then 2019 has to be when they got married, because I remember I was supposed to be in the wedding, but I was pregnant with Sugar Mama. I was pregnant with Sugar Mama. And I remember just having on this black dress with this split in the front, and I wasn't walking down no aisle, child. No. But 2019, up until that wedding, I hadn't been around her that much, but anytime I had been around her, it was always couples, meaning it was her and LB, me and Martell, or her and LB, me, Martell, Nell, and Chris. You know, like, because we would host stuff all the time. We go barbecue. I'm gonna cook. I love cooking. I'm gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? And people would come over, whatever, right? And so I never hung out with her privately or without a couple situation where we're all there. And again, she was engaged, getting married to Martell's best friend. Like, oh, cool, bad, oh man, yay, you need to be on the show. But she didn't even live in Huntsville. She was still living in Nashville. I'm in Huntsville with 2 children, pregnant with 1, and a husband, and businesses, and filming a new thing in life, filming a reality TV show. I never went up there to hang out with her. She never came down here just to hang out with me. No. So then, my baby shower for Sugar Mama. Let me be clear, I planned my entire baby shower and did all that stuff. But I made her the host of the baby shower for airtime, for screen time, because it was being filmed, right? So, I literally didn't even have to do that because there was nothing they had to buy. There was nothing they had to, I booked the horse and carriage. I did the planning. I'm sure I had somebody probably helping me plan it. But I was definitely involved in my baby shower. Like, I just gave the title of the host to Destiny for airtime. Because that's what I do. People come to me to want to be on the show, and I try to help them get on the show. So that's why it was so beautiful. So beautiful. If you go back to Sugar Mama's baby shower, it was so beautiful. All the pretty pink, and it was beautiful. I think y'all be able to tell that. Yeah, it was beautiful. That's all I'll say. And so baby shower, I had Sugar Mama in December 2019. And then COVID happened. So I was a new mom again with a new baby. People were dying by the thousands every day. And so I wasn't going out nowhere. I was scared. Didn't want to risk my children. We actually pulled our kids out of school before the schools closed down because it was just like, like there's this virus happening. People are dying. Why are kids going to school? Why? For what? No. So we pulled our kids out before they shut the schools down. That's how much it was like a big thing for me. So I wasn't hanging out with nobody because I was in the house with my new baby, trying to make sure my baby lives. Hell, make sure we all live. Okay? So then April 2020, I left. Dipped out. Gone. Was at my mom's. Was in Huntsville maybe for about 3 weeks. And then I was at my brother's. But at that point, there was no interaction for real with me and my ex anymore at all, really. Very, very little. Definitely weren't hanging out with no couples. One going out to dinner. I remember May of 2020. It was Mother's Day weekend, and he begged and begged, please, the kids want to take you to the beach. Let's just go. I know we ain't together, but let's just go and let them take you to the beach, blah, blah, blah. So I did go to the beach in May, and that was the last thing we booked until Destin on the show. to vesting on the show, right? So after that, 2020, we're in 2020 now. I end up coming back to Huntsville because I remember I was at my brother's when I did. They had me host girlfriend's check-in on the, and I remember I was in my brother's living room when I did that. And then August I came and did Behind Every Man. So I did Behind Every Man in Huntsville. So I didn't come back to Huntsville until like August of 2020. There's no sound. I don't know why I haven't touched the sound. This was a whole different phone too. So that was August of 2020. And I see y'all said, walk us down. I am. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Yeah, because y'all heard the ringtone. Okay, exactly. And so yeah, y'all heard the ringtone. Anyway, so came back August 2020. Filmed Behind Every Man. This is to show you how much we weren't really talking or hanging out. She wasn't even on my set at any time of Behind Every Man, and I filmed that for like a good week or two. Now, I would have been like, girl, come over here and watch me work, because I'm doing this, da-da-da-da. No, not one time. So that was August 2020. We started back filming Love and Marriage Huntsville shortly thereafter. Then we get into, let me see if I said anything this song. We get into 2021 pretty much. Now, I was on that reunion stage, so y'all know I know all the conversations that took place, right? Y'all know that. I was there, so I know all the conversations. What I will say is the problem, or that's what.
Oh, you're welcome, Alicia. No worries.
The problem when it comes to this production is what I said earlier: the lack of due diligence, the lack of understanding that before you say certain things or allow certain things to be stated or written up, that you verify those things. And that has not happened. So when you type up words that are buzzwords, that are damaging words, and you have no proof of that, because it's not true. So you have no proof of that. You didn't do your due diligence on that. And you didn't leave that shit on the editing floor. And then you also wrote up a synopsis and put it in writing. You a fool. I will call you. I will tell y'all all y'all a fool. Y'all some fools. But I appreciate it. But y'all some fools. So, anyway.
Uh-oh, they're fools.
We've gone through 2020. I did send some messages. Good. Let's get into 2021. Okay? Now remember, 2021, October reunion 2021 was when she got on this stage and was like, I haven't talked to her, so I don't know where our friendship lies. So what I'm trying to understand is, when could we, so you're saying your husband's best friend and his wife wanted you, and all this while you was with your husband, like, what? I'm sorry, but what? What? Now, that's what you're saying? Because I wasn't around Martell anymore for real except filming, but after 2020, after I left. So when? This is insane. Because I'm sure when you marry, you would have been like, oh my gosh. So when we were hanging out with him today, let me tell you, LB, I just really felt like da-da-da. Ain't that what you would have probably done as a wife? Because you met us through him. That was your husband. I didn't know you. I met you through LB. So I would think that if there was a situation where you felt something, you'd been like, LB, I don't think we should go around there anymore. I feel like they're trying to get me. Oh, they want me. What? And then after that, you never would have been able to be alone with me and Martell at all anyway, because I wasn't even talking to him. After April, May 2020, the only time you saw me was on the scene. On the scene or a kid event. So when? But I ain't coming too hard for you right now. I'm coming hard for the people who type that shit up. And all the people, every one of you who laid eyes on that and approved for that to be put in a title as a synopsis of an episode. That's what I'm here for. That right there. That right there. Like I told y'all before, we can talk about the puppets all day. But we're going to go for the puppeteer. Period. Because you had every opportunity. The way you cut me and Trish scene at the Moon Bakery was the same way you could have cut that mess out. Because you don't have no proof. Now you fail to do your due diligence. And you got this written up. You think I'm going to let my legacy be tarnished like that? Over some bullshit? Nah. Not gonna flow. Not gonna flow. So, the reunion was in October, okay, of 2021. When the girl said she can't get in touch with me, I don't know what our friendship like because Now, I just want to know. I'm going to read some text real fast for y'all. Just so y'all know, this is her name. I need y'all to see that right there. That's what's up at the top. Y'all see it? That's it. Because, see, I've been through enough. My family been through enough. My kids been through enough. And see, a lot of y'all have said real silent-mouthed when it came to me and my family and my children and my mother and my brother. Y'all been real silent-mouthed. Okay? They're real silent. They had nothing to say about no opinion, no straightening out of anything. But when it comes to other folks, you want to speak up. Okay. Thank you. So, hey, Mello, was trying to get the details on your show. Wanted to drive down, just trying to time it out and see what the location was. This is when I was about to perform. I said, hey, Williams Park in Birmingham. What time you go on? I didn't respond. Then August 17th, where's my Mello? I didn't respond. August 18th, sending you hugs and kisses. Can't wait to see this video. Let the haters keep hating. At least you're doing it and they have no clue what it takes. Love you, but keep on pushing like I know you will. So I wrote her, hey, chick, morning. Girl, I'm good. I'm not worried about these folks. Blessings keep coming my way and they can keep watching from the what sidelines. This is real text right now. I'm reading. Okay, this was July 31st, 2021. I'll be there before 2. Some counts on me last minute. I have to take him to a sitter action things my makeup. Okay, cool beans. Dropping him off now. Unloading his things. I'm 3 minutes on the road. Okay, we are leaving till 2:15. I'm here. Do I have time to grab something to eat? I have food being provided on the RV. Just talk. So she wanted to ride with me in my RV to a performance I had to do. That was in, I think, Tuscumbia, Alabama, maybe? I think it was Tuscumbia, Alabama. This is July of 2021. June 29th, I got to text you. Good love. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. How you doing? I'm tired about the shower and lay it down. Here's me. Oh, we are in Nashville. Went to the mall, ate, just checked into the hotel. We're hitting the indoor water park tomorrow. Then I'll be back Thursday about 1 for testing because we had to do COVID testing. Okay, y'all be safe and have fun. Next time, let me and Law come. Let me and Law come. Or no. Let me and Law know. We may head down. He loves water. This is June 2021. So I'm reading that to say this. Oh, I got another one I did that I screenshot. September 12th, 2021. We need some girl time, Missy. September 17th, 2021. I guess I have to stalk your ass to see you because I ain't responded. It's 5 days went by and I didn't respond. September 17th, 2021. I wrote her back finally, said, hey, I was so busy and then now I'm on this girl trip. Def can link when I get back. She said, okay, boo, I just miss you. I said, I had the kids last week and everyone was sick. Then also trying to get the house together. It was just a lot going on, girl. She said, I understand. I had a few rough days, blah, 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 blah. She said, I went to ATL. Now, again, I'm sharing that to say, do that sound in any shape, form, or fashion of like anybody who has been a victim of grooming. Because why you want you and your son to go with me and my kids to a water park, baby girl, if I haven't inappropriately come at you? Or as you want to say, groomed. What? I have watched your child for you while you got massages because your sitter counsel. And I'm like, girl, enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. I'll drive around the neighborhood and just go in circles if I need to so you can get your massage. Like, don't cancel. Get your me time. Don't cancel. Okay? Or the few times you have been to my house, because we weren't hanging out every day. I'm sorry, I'm going to be real with y'all. Call it what you want to call it. I'm just not one who's going to hang out with nobody every day. I just can't do it. I don't like to do it. My brother told me, when I was in his house the other day, he told me I'm a loner. He said, you a loner is what you are. I said, you think so? He said, And he said, but I'm a loner a lot of times too. But yes, girl, you're a loner. I said, well, you think it's because I grew up as an only child, so I don't need a lot of people or something? Because I just, I be good. I like to have my fun, and then I like to be by myself. He was like, girl, you a loner. So I'm not going to hang out with nobody a whole bunch. Just not. I got stuff I'm doing. I'm busy. I got kids. I got goals. And that takes work to reach those goals. So, but there's been times when I've had events here, and my friends are here, including my best friend, Brittany. And y'all are outside having fun, and I'm trying to give you a break because you going through your stuff, and I'll sit in here and watch long for you while you go out there and have fun. Go laugh, go talk. But now you want to say somebody was grooming you? And while that's disappointing, it's not surprising. Because I told y'all in the beginning, the one word I had being on that stage was delusional. It was delusional. It was delusional. My biggest problem, though, was that the production team decided to not chop it on the editing floor.
It's 11/11.
Put it in the synopsis of the team.
Happy 11/11, everybody.
See, just because I sit over here, y'all, and I continue to excel, and I continue to stand on business and do my thing, I continue to remain positive. Don't think that there aren't things going on that I'm not privy to or understanding as to why it's going on. Because I see it all. First of all, I'm a dreamer. So you're not going to get too much past me because I've taken some time now to elevate even more in that, in my gift. You're not going to get too much past me.
She's talking about everybody.
Okay? So, and I've had the gift of dreams since I was a kid. It ain't new. It's just even more, it's elevated, it's amplified, is what I'm saying. So, when I look at how, as a lead, I have definitely had my share of the attacks. I can't think of one person who has stood up, and now I get it. They were scared to stand up, I guess, because of all the secrets known on each other, I guess. But there's not been a lot of standing up for what's right. Now we're talking, and people are saying things because they're being attacked. It's too late. I don't care what you got to say now. It's too late. When it mattered, you were silent. When you could have said something, you were silent. But you chose to allow this single mother who was a damn good wife, who walked away from a cheating husband, to be attacked and made to look as if it was her when you knew the facts all along. Could never respect it. Because see, even with everything that's been going on, I still maintain a certain level of maybe it's my heart, I don't know, but when I get a phone call or text, hey, I need some advice, can I talk to you? This was in December, maybe 2 years ago. Yep, give me a call. I still got on the phone with you, gave you some advice. Still heard what you had going on and gave you some advice. And to this day, I ain't shared what the conversation was about. And I won't. Because you asked me. And I won't. Not a problem. But y'all sat silent and chose to double down on your attacks. Knowing it wasn't right. Knowing it wasn't right. Knowing all the stuff you already knew that was real. So, there's a thing called workplace retaliation. And it's a legal terminology. And it's legal terminology. And when you're asked something and you do not move in the way that your superior wants you to move, and then they begin to retaliate because of that. I'm going to ask y'all this question. Do y'all feel like I've been attacked this season more than any other? Do y'all? I want to look at the comments. Do you guys, again, I've always had my fair share of being attacked. That's fine. You know, I've been taking it, taking it. It's all good. But I want to talk about this season. Do y'all feel like this season I've been attacked more than ever? I'm looking. I'm looking. I see some absolutely. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Hell yeah. I'm looking. So I want you to imagine your superior asking you to allow them to be your TV manager. And you don't accept the offer. And you don't accept the offer. Wow. You don't accept the offer because you feel you don't have the proof, but it's a feeling that there's a misalignment. So you don't accept the offer. And then all hell breaks loose on you in your workplace. And you have proof of this, by the way. You have proof of it. It was a whole Zoom. Yeah. So, interesting. And I can't say too much more because I can't show too much in my hand. But that's enough. So, last piece I'm going to address. Last piece I'm going to address. Yeah, I see y'all saying, wow, yeah. And I've held this. And still walked around with my head held high. No, not a TV manager as opposed to starting on the show, another role. And as you know, managers get a percentage of things they get for you, book for you, do for you, things like that. No, it's a whole second role, not nothing in exchange of being on a TV show. No. So, yeah, it is crazy, isn't it? And I was hoping to be able to close a door silently. I saw Queen Sheba here. I know she likes to say that silently, quietly. But I guess God said no. Because the continued disrespect, disregard, lies, nah, ain't gonna be able to just do that. So, I have been blessed to have some amazing supporters that I refuse to turn on. In an attempt to further isolate me, by the way. And I refuse to do that too. And I won't. Because the fact of the matter is, the mellometers are critical thinkers, highly educated women, and who have been seeing, and this is without me telling y'all nothing. Y'all, this your first time hearing all of this. And that's interesting because people be like, they got special meetings, they got a cult, and I'm like, special meeting, why I don't get invited in? Where's the memos, the meetings, the minutes, the something? Who's hosting them? Are they via Zoom? Are we meeting up at another state? Like, what is going on? How is this happening? So I know a lot of y'all about to be really upset because I have not shared a lot of what I'm sharing. This y'all first time hearing it. Y'all first time hearing it. But yeah, I refuse to go against. Why would I? Why would I do that? Why would I? When I've been over here knowing what's been going on, and I've just been holding it and keeping it. But they've been riding for me because they're into it, because they have common sense and they've been seeing the right on the wall without me telling them. I just sit back and be like, there go them critical thinkers. Yep. I ain't said it yet. I will when I get ready, but they dead on the money. Yep. So we have a whole season about an internet group. And it's discussed a whole half of a season. And then as soon as we discuss other people's stuff on the internet, it's a problem. Interesting. But I have double standards. Okay. All right. Last thing, Nell and Chris. Nell and Chris. Listen. I am in a season of my life where I only want people in my life who reciprocate. There is no gray area for me. It's black or white. It's black or white. It's no gray. People wanted to know, well, why she asking Chris this if she don't care? Because that's supposed to be my friend. That's why. They ain't got nothing to do about caring. It's about, let me check some heart posture and some morals around the people I got around me because, I don't know. I need to ask some few questions because this might be, So it wasn't because I cared. Not about whatever happened. It's about you who's supposed to be my friend. That's it, and that's all. Right? So, after that conversation that Chris and I had, right? I know because I saw the clip, there was a confessional about whether or not she was going to come to the doctor, about whether or not how I answered this. That's messed up. No, that's real. That's real. I either fool with you or I don't. I fool with you, I don't. Or I don't. If I feel like you ain't on the up and up, I'm not going to fool with you. So yeah, I did what? Like, when did normal become abnormal? I don't know, it's backwards. When did normal become abnormal? Like, of course. And not because it mattered, because the same way in that moon bank shop that y'all didn't see when I said, girl, that was after I love, I don't care, you ain't got to explain that to me. It's the same way I felt, except you were supposed to be my friend, so I need to see what kind of time you on. Yes, absolutely. Okay, then I went with a gift in hand, didn't I? Now, what got me was, on that reunion stage, I have allowed episodes to go by where it seemed as if, almost as if I'm the reason people are grieving. Miss Nell is grieving with her mom passing, and God bless and rest her soul. That has something to do with me. So let me say this. I never was on the phone calling Miss Nell to run to me. Never. The times that I was around Nell and Chris was when all four of us were together. Nell, Chris, me, and my ex, and sometimes Destiny and LeBear. Like, if we were barbecuing, we made barbecue. We made, like I said, we would barbecue, we made cook. We would all hang out as couples. The one time that I called Nell screaming and crying was when my $17,000 was taken out of my account. Yep. Only time. And that was in 2020. And towards the end part of 2020. So, when I was married, when? There was never, now if you maybe felt something, because I can't, that's the thing, you may have felt that way, I don't know. So I'm not going to take away other people's feelings, people have the right to their own feelings. But what I can say is, I know for a fact that I never was on a phone calling and begging you to come be with me because I'm hurt, I'm going through this in my marriage, we would literally, y'all, we would have barbecues and stuff, and we end up playing cards, and then we may get into some conversations, all of us. We may get into some conversations. But y'all, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I never was a person calling, having you leave to come see about me. Nope. Never. I can't remember a time. I'm not gonna say remember, it didn't happen. There's never been a time where Chris and Nell ever just came to our house and we just had a counseling session. The one that looked like a counseling session that y'all saw was one that was filmed. When I threw the glass. Any other time, y'all, that we were together, we eating, cutting up, laughing, playing cards, and we, like I said, like probably couples do, sometimes you may go start talking about some stuff. And then usually I'm listening to them talk about, get on the hill. So I ain't even got that much to say. I'm listening. So, I mean, it's just literally like, when did that happen? When was that? forget. Oh, I can't go to it on this phone. It was probably in 2021. We went and ate at Connor's and we hadn't eaten in a while because remember I left 2020. So I wasn't seeing nobody for real. Real talk, I really wasn't. I really wasn't. And I remember she and I went to Connor's because Chris had to help bring she had hurt herself. And she was like, I said, I gotta go no matter what. I gotta come see you. I ain't seen my friend. And we sat there and talked. We eating good. And then we, catching up. And then we started talking. I remember she was saying how hurt she was when she heard some truths about some things that they had heard partial stories on. And I had showed her the receipt. I said, wait, said what? I said, that's not true. And I showed her the receipts and she was like, what? Yeah. And but other than that, I can't even think of another time that me and her was just alone. Just me and her. We've never gone to get our nails done together. We've never gone to get a manicure, pedicure together. We've never just gone and hung out, ever. So, no, there was not a situation to where I was calling and pulling anybody away to come see about me or to come be with me at all. So that was hurtful, for sure. But again, losing people is sensitive, so I'm always going to remain sensitive to that. But still, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. I remember one time her saying how my mom takes checks on her all the time after her mother passed. And she was like, your mom is so sweet. She always checking on me. She always checking on me. She's so sweet. She be texting me, checking on me. I have randomly sent flowers to Miss Nell. I have popped up on her door to check on her. I have been a listening ear to her on things that's been going on with her husband, my ex, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, girl, don't you be letting that boy get your blood pressure up? I know you ain't letting him get your blood pressure up. Now look now. I'll be like, now look now, look. But I can't say that I have been given that same thing. My aunt passed 2 years ago, November, 2 years ago. She was like my second mama. Nobody checks on me. No. They don't check on me. I don't care. I don't care. They just want to sing. They just want to sing. Matter of fact, I told production, I said, hey, real life. I said, my mom's baby sister just passed. And I said, this is tough for us. This is real tough. I said, this is my favorite aunt. It's like my second mom. I said, I think my mom needs to go to therapy. I think we need to show that, how you deal with grief. I said, and this is real. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. Hey, my brother and his husband said they don't mind being on the show a little bit more, and they'll fly over or whatever, and stay a week at a time if they need to film. They don't want to do that. Nope. But my brother was able to be over here when everybody was boycotting and not going to show up for the new season last year because whatever legal stuff they had going on, money or whatever. So I needed to fill in. I seen all kinds of amazing business people that could take the show to positivity. I'm talking about good people. They on their grind. Then I'm telling those people, hey, I just sent your info to production. Let me know, can we post it? They're going to hit y'all up. Probably do an interview with you via Zoom. The next thing I know, I'll get messages like, hey, Mel, I ain't heard from anybody. Everything good? They never reached out. They never reached out. But I bought some boss names. Matter of fact, one of them you guys met when I did my property preservation course, the training that they filmed. He had like I think 700 closings. I introduced him to Kimmy and all that. Real estate Diddy out here killing it. They ain't want that. I sent about 5 other people, couples, people. They ain't want that. And then we started filming, and Nell wasn't filming either. Got the text messages. Who do y'all think went over there and sat with them for 2 hours? Sat with them for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Getting to resolve. And then they were back filming like the next week. So I had a conversation with them, told them how to move about some things, hit Carlos up, told him, hey, I got the text. Just left from Nels, just left from over there. Been with them for 2 hours. Yeah. And then y'all are back working. Y'all here. Matter of fact, I'm the one when y'all was ready to go full force that made the call for you. Y'all back full swinging. And y'all decided to come on this show and fall right in line with all the rest of the puppets. Wow. See, if I let myself sit in this stuff, I could get very angry. But that's why I don't allow myself to sit in it. That's why I don't allow myself to sit in it. And that's why I block triggers. That's why I block triggers. But yeah, so instead of coming on here and being a real ally, standing on what's right, nope. Nope. Fell right in line with the rest of the puppets. Even whenever we had a scene and production wanted me to ask about a situation that they had, and I asked it, and I could tell by her response that she didn't want to talk about it. I didn't bring it back up. And after we finished that scene, she said, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. I said, okay. I didn't know that. I said, but I could tell that you weren't hearing it. That's why I didn't keep pounding and pushing it. I said, but you ain't got to worry about me bringing that up no more. I said, when they asked me to bring it up, I'm thinking that you already know that this is what y'all was going to talk about because we're talking about the trip. We're talking about the girls' trip. So I'm thinking y'all have had this combo. And you know I'm going to talk about it. So, but you ain't got to worry about me saying no more. I said, but I could tell by your response that you wasn't here for it. That's why I didn't push it. So I am in a space where I'm not here for having nobody's back and they don't have one. I'm not here for nobody who doesn't reciprocate either. Yeah. All money ain't good money. And nothing is worth no peace. Nothing at all. And yeah. So those are my truths on every single one of those situations. And one thing about it, you best believe I am the receiver. And this is why production and everybody else involved, because I'm the receiver queen, y'all should ask me for proof of things or things that could disprove things before you ran. Yeah, that would have been in your best interest. So I'm gonna end this story time. We will be on TikTok February the 1st. And this week is a great week for us. Okay. This week is a great week for us. There is more in store. Y'all keep your notifications on. Stay tuned all week long. And we're going to have a celebration and a good time in LA on February 1st on our TikTok Live. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Whew, and let's have a great week. All right? Bye, y'all.
Well, you guys, that was so much. What did we just find out from Melody Cherie Rodgers? So much. Our bubbles are burst. Santa Claus isn't real. Reality TV is freaking set up with scenes and foretold storylines of topics. She shattered the fourth wall. The eighth housewife is very upset right now. You know, that's editing and production when they run things back. Yeah, yep. She called out Trisha. She called out the Scotts. She called out specifically Kimmy Scott. She called out production for putting in the byline that it was about, I guess it's this whole alleged grooming thing that popped up overnight that Destiny, I believe, Williams has said that she was groomed by Melody and Martell for a threesome. And between this time and this time, and Melody pulled out her red phone. You got to know about the red phones, you guys. She pulled out the red phone and got to showing receipts, phone numbers, partial phone numbers, times, receipts, proof, timelines. Amazing that she just, I guess she's leaving. I guess she's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Okay. Receipts, proof, timeline. She pulled it out. She had it prepared too. She was like, you see, this is from my phone bill. This number's from my phone bill. So that's a third party. That's the kind of shit that's admissible in court when it's from a third party. Okay. Right. So she got this separate entity to verify the time and date, and 21 minutes was spent on the phone to this number in Huntsville. And she's saying that the conversation had to do with what the text on that same day said, which is we're about to talk about the lipstick. You're going to meet me here and we're going to talk about the lipstick, Kimmy. Okay? Okay? I'm like, but let Kimmy play us. Let Kimmy play the viewers. Let production play the viewers. It's, oh my God, Melody is such a horrible person for bringing this up. And then we have the lawyer dude who's currently in litigation with a content creator here in the YouTube streets. Okay? Here in the YouTube streets, because he's always doing some bullshit, right? So proof, timeline, receipts, that it was supposed to get talked about. And that must be how. Did you guys catch the live that I posted the day that I got freaking blocked by Marceau Scott? Ooh, you stop me. It's not like I have a different Finsta, dude. You can't stop everything. I'm like the ladies over in Real South. I'm like the ladies over in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I got my Finstas all set up, okay? So we were on a live here on RHOP Curves. Thanks for popping in. Smash the buttons. When we were looking at a Marceau Scott live, and him and Letitia were sitting up talking about they don't want to be, they're getting ready to film next week because everybody's coming back and they don't want to talk about the stuff that's going on online anymore. And that production is lazy. Remember that whole thing kerfuffle about a week or two ago where the Scotts proclaimed that production was lazy over in the Love and Marriage Huntsville streets, and that they needed to try to come up with something else besides what the blogs and content creators are saying? right? And so now Melody in her live is confirming that production indeed does come to them with some bullshit they found out in the social media streets, because the word on the curb is da 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 blah who, right? So Melody just confirmed that the Scots were not liars in that instance, and production is lazy. They do scroll through their phones and they're like, oh, look, this one has a lot of views. What are they saying on there? Oh, really? Melody, I need you to ask about this lipstick on his chin. Oh my God. You know what I mean? So she confirmed with proof timeline receipts via her phone, her red phone, you guys, that production is literally like, you need to bring up the lipstick to Kimmy because the streets are talking about it. Shattered the fourth wall. And then she said words like, I was going to leave silently. I've been silent for so long. And there's more she could say, you guys. You guys. Right day, wrong one. Okay? You starting to bring in her character about, what is she trying to pull a Phaedra Parks? Talking about she was groomed. Okay? Is she pulling a Bryn Whitfield? Weaponizing her grape? Like, what is going on with these people? Okay? And then for production, she said it's in the synopsis or whatever about the upcoming episode about how Destiny's going to bring up this alleged grooming, and for them to bring it to the TV, she's saying, where's your proof to even bring this up to my name? Why are you trying to put this jacket on me? You know I only wear Chanel, bitch. Why are you trying to put this cargo on me? Right? So anyway, you guys, this is ridiculous. I love the truth. I love when the truth sets us free. And look, Carlos King, he has some explaining to do because he knows everything that's going on at Girardi Keys, just like Erica Jane, and allegedly. And because he's head of production, this is Kingdom Reign. Remember, he finagled Melody's concept just enough for it to not be her intellectual property anymore. And even though the premise and idea and the group is based off of Melody's idea, right? He always says he's the creator of the show because he took it and twisted it just enough into what we have before us that it's no longer Melody's creation, but she gets EP rights, and so does Martell, allegedly. You guys can check the credits yourself. So, and that's the way the story goes, right? So I'm always saying that I never thought Melody should leave, and I still don't really think Melody should leave. I think that OWN should do something about this hostile work environment that they're allowing to fester underneath their umbrella. I put in the chat that if you Google what can void a work contract, because you're not an employee, so there's no HR to technically go to if you have a contract as, you know, okay, I'm going to show up to this many episodes and blah. But they still have workplace requirements even under your contract as a worker in their environment. Did you know that? And hostile work environment is one of them. Did you know that? Did you know that a hostile work environment basically can null and void your contract, thereby making it revocable? And so if you couldn't sue, now you can sue. If you couldn't talk, now you can talk. Because they voided the contract, the terms of the contract are voided by the hostility that they allowed to be engaged on under their umbrella of OWN. The Oprah Winfrey Network, Kingdom Reign, Carlos King, allegedly. Hey, this is what I'm thinking. You guys shouldn't put fucking law shows on TV and then let a person like me watch them for years so that I can't come up with freaking things like this for you to say in court. But I'm not a lawyer. But I have some really good ideas about what your lawyers should maybe consider, because I have watched a lot of those shows before. It all started with Perry Mason. Yep. I was a wee girl sitting beside my grandma's knee, snapping peas, watching Perry Mason, and he used to catch them. And he would be like, aha, right? So I'm just giving up some ideas for a lawyer that's up to task, who wants to engage this, maybe for some reality stars, whose production companies take it way too far, and it's the people's real life's name that have to be the ones attached to this. Melody even talked about how she's been targeted more than everybody else. That's a true statement. As a viewer, I've noticed it. As a viewer, I've said and witnessed that the other people don't do nothing. They don't, they all, everything is melody, 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 melody. It's like a Melody coattail show over there. She doesn't show up to a scene, she's still talked about in the scene. She comes to a scene, she's talked about in the scene. She leaves the scene, she's talked about in the scene. Melody, 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 melody. It should be Love and Marriage Melody. Okay? Is she not even married no more? But every time you bring up a Scott situation, and there's an army of them. There's an army of them against little old Melody. And then they get mad because she got backup in super fans that they call millimeters, which I'm not. I'm team larger curves. Duh. However, I do notice what I notice when I notice it. And I do notice as a viewer of the show Love and Marriage Huntsville that there is an obvious unbalancing happening in the treatment of how Melody is treated en masse by the rest of the ensemble cast, and how the rest of them are treated, and what's brought up, not brought up, what's said and not said, what gets said even in the public that's then addressed on the show, and what gets said even in the on our side over here against Melody or in favor of the other. That's Sun One. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I'm proud of Melody that she again had the courage to do what obviously the people that are Melody haters, I'm not sure why people are hating on Melody when she created a venue and she created an opportunity with the thoughts in her creative mind to have a show that's featured Black excellence that they allowed themselves to be part of, that it then devolved into toxicity and dysfunction, and appearing to be, for our entertainment, a live rendering of crabs in a bucket mentality, when you're able to see the one who started it, who brought it to us, who packaged it, who invited the others, who played nice and made it nice, like Dorinda made it nice. She has the cake from her mother and she made it nice. Okay? And these wackadoodles are over here coming for her ankles for freaking 9 seasons of 33 episodes. There's only 52 weeks in a fucking year, by the way. And this production company has them giving 33 weeks of a 52-week year for entertainment. And there happen to be text messages that prove the other ensemble people know that we're about to talk about the red lipstick. We're going to talk about it, Kimmy. I'm going to bring it up. We're going to talk about it. And then, of course, you know, she's like, well, I don't really want to do this, but if you're going to have me do it, of course, the fire could be that, yeah, they done it to me for freaking 9 seasons. Let me bring up some shit finally. They finally going to let us talk about what Wanda said on the thing. Okay, let me bring it up. So there's this lipstick picture. You see that? Yeah, well, they want me to talk to you about it. How do you feel? Oh, I'm the motherfucking problem? But you got the text that said we're supposed to talk about it, but I'm the motherfucking problem? Really, Kimmy? Really? I can see why Mel is vexed. Because how did she get to be the problem? That now we're getting to a reunion where we're about to talk about botched booties and whatnot, which I do not think Melody has at all. At all. That's like a dud. That's like a bzz. That's like a nothing. Really, Kimmy? So now we're coming over some body shaming from Kimmy? Really? Really? Really, Survivor? Really? And Melody was the only one. Melody stopped by regardless of what it was happening while you were going through your cancer stuff. And now you're going to get to the freaking show when you had the text that the lipstick was coming up and Melody's the problem for bringing it up. And your freaking lipstick on his chin husband is going to co-sign by saying it's defamation. I looked that shit up too. Google it. Defamation has to involve a lie. The truth is not defamation, sir. There was a police report. You were arrested with lipstick on your chin. They're trying to say your lips are always pink. Pink, yes. Red, no. Lips pink, yes. Red chin, no. With slight part in there and everything. You guys. But this is what we get. Melody's always a problem. Melody. What? And then her fans are the problem? Really? Really? Having fans is now the problem? Or having fans that don't believe your bullshit is the problem? Having fans that see beyond what you, even in the setup, even though there's a text, we see the setup. We didn't even know there was a confirmed text until she just said it. But as a viewer, when they sit down, I'm like, Kimmy had to have known they're going to bring this up because she had to have seen the freaking lipstick reports on the freaking thing. You know, somebody sent that to her. You know, somebody in her People Circle group sent her the thing. It was like, girl, they talking about what's this red stuff on your husband's chin? And we know from the freaking mistress, allegedly, of Marceau, that they be hanging out till 3 at the 3 witching hours over at the Credit One place. Allegedly. Could that be where the lipstick came from? Where was the location? What's the location? Check the GPS while we checking stuff. Anyway, we've been on here for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Thanks for coming through to Larger Curves today. I was just bringing this to us because I have been waiting. Remember the other, I don't know if you follow Melody. I do. Thank you. And the other day, she, after the last episode on Saturday, she posted millimeters. And then there was like this downloading bar. And that's all she posted. And then she kind of went silent. And then she posted a couple more things, but nothing really about the show. And so I had been waiting. So when I saw that she was live today, you know, like I do over here on Larger Curves, if I see it, you see it. Okay, so I hope you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, especially ring that bell so you can get notified when I'm going to go live. Because I didn't know I was going live today because I didn't know Melody was going live today. But if you have your bell rung, then you'll know, right? So just go ahead and ring my bell. Ring my bell. All right? And remember what I always say, there's enough to go around, so go get some. Be the light that you're meant to be. Shine bright like a diamond, like the sunshine, like the stardust. Go be your fabulosity, your talent, your love. Express love. Try to hear with love, see with love, speak with love. And the world would be a better place, even though we're going through what we're going through over there with all the seminar. You do your part, and that's what we can do. Go be awesome, you guys. Peace.